Once again, Tracy Chapman has nailed it. She's just played live at the Grammys, first time in a long time that she's been seen on stage. I love Tracy Chapman. She is an absolute master of beautiful, simple playing. This is a fast and easy lesson. It's not for fast car because we've already done a lesson for that. If you haven't seen that lesson, I'll put a link below to the video and maybe even a card up in the corner. This is talking about a Revolution, one of her other really, really big songs. She had 3 really big ones, which is Give Me One Reason, Fast Car, and Talking About a Revolution. But she had so many other great songs. She is just, I'm a fan. So this song is 4 chords all the way through, 1 strumming pattern pretty much all the way through. I'm going to show you how to do that exact strumming, and we will begin now. Open chords, G. You can do your G with 2 fingers on the B and E strings, or you can do just the 1 finger on the E string. Doesn't matter. G, C, and I'll show you the strumming in a minute. Now, the reason why I like to do, one of the reasons why I like to do 2 strings on the top here with my G chord is that it lets you go to this beautiful C add 9 by keeping those 2 fingers on and just moving your 2 fingers bass on the bass notes over from the E and the A string to the A and the D strings. Just like that, makes changing from G to a C, even though it's a C add 9, it works when a C works, and it makes that change really, really smooth and easy. So, G to C, then E minor to D. At the very end, when you hit that D, you put your pinky on to make it a D sus4, and you lift it off again to go back to the D major. Sounds like this. The strumming. If you just get your hand moving up and down like that, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you get the feel of that tempo in your hands, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, you'll never go wrong. Even if you mess up the actual strumming pattern, if your hand's doing that, it's going to sound good. What we do, starting on the G, we go down, down, up, and on the up, you change to a C, which I did not do there. So you go down, down, up, down, up. Then you move to the E minor for the next bar and go down, down, up, down. Right? And then on the up is when you hit the D sus4, put your pinky on, lift it off again on the very next down strum to go back to the D. On the very last 8th note of each of those 2 bars, instead of trying to change those chords really, really quickly, she's actually just lifting off the strings. If you listen to this recording very carefully, and I'm talking the studio recording here, if you listen to the recording, there's open strings on the very last beat of both of those bars before she goes back to the G and before she goes back to the E minor. She's doing just the open strings on an up strum as she's changing to the next chord. So in slow motion, it would be like this. When you see my eyebrows go up, that's when the open string is. Never used that as a prop before. That is it. That's the strumming pattern. You can take that all the way through. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to the song. Even when she moves into my favorite bit, which is the "Don't you know you better run, 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 run." It's still the same strumming pattern. The other great thing about this song, beautiful and simple as well, is the bass line. And I've put this bass line on your chart as well because it's so simple and so beautiful. A little bit tricky to play perfectly, but when you do, it's lots of fun. It's just these simple notes, G, C, and we're keeping in time with our strums, so we're going G and C, then E, then D, but with the D you do 2 notes, so it's E, D, D, then you reach over to the B on the 7th fret E string, and you slide down. And this is the key to making this bass line sound really nice, is that you slide that down and land on the G again to start that cycle again perfectly. Now, the slide takes a little bit of practice to get it sounding really, really smooth, but you will know when you've got it because it sounds really good. So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Change fingers as you slide to make that landing a bit smoother, or you can slide with the one finger. I find that just changing fingers towards the end of that slide somehow makes that transition work a bit better, but either way it's a very, very small difference. Sometimes he slides from the E, so sometimes he goes, I say he, I don't know who the bass player is that recorded on this track, but sometimes they go E, D, D, E, G, right? And they slide from the E, and then you obviously do have to change fingers. Little changes, but the basic nuts and bolts of this bass line is that. That's all there is to it. I can't speak highly enough of Tracy Chapman. I love it a bit, always have. Talking about a Revolution, give it a listen, give it a strum. It's dead easy, lots of fun to play. Thanks for watching. See you here again soon.